never been to the grocery store so many times in 1 week. And of course, it was the week I decided, let me do a vlog about how I don't spend so much money, how I live on a budget. And then I went to the store so many times in 1 week. To be fair, it was not my fault. So you ever had one of those weeks, where just so many things seem like they're going wrong? That was our week. We bought a refrigerator when we moved into our house last October. It is the very beginning of April. Our fridge has gone out twice. So last weekend, or the Saturday I started, oh my God, what am I trying to say? I started filming this vlog on Thursday. We'll talk about why in a second. And on Saturday, the people came to take the refrigerator to try and get it to actually be repaired. It's under warranty, thankfully. However, the loaner fridge they gave us doesn't have water. And I don't know about you and where you live, but in Houston, I don't drink the tap water. So I had no idea how long they were gonna have this fridge, A. B, I don't know how much we drink in a day typically, and I don't think it's the same every day. Some days I'm boiling something for dinner, making rice or pasta or whatever. Some days I'm at work and I'm drinking water at work. Some days I'm not. And again, had no idea how long they were gonna have this fridge. So I kept going back to the store for water. Just such a dumb problem to have, I feel like. I know it's very much a first world problem. Luckily I can go to the store and pick up water, but that just goes to show you. So I could have scrapped this idea, done a different video this week, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. Let's talk about how things happen. Okay, so things happen like this. Things happen that make you spend extra money that you did not see coming. That is why it's so important to, in the day-to-day life, spend little, especially in this economy, right? In this economy, we need to keep our day-to-day expenses pretty low. If you are watching this video, you are a person who does not have a huge margin between the end of the month and the end of their money. You know what I'm trying to say. That was weird. If you're watching this video, you're trying to live on a budget, I assume. If you are quite wealthy and have no problems and can go to the store as many times as you want, you're probably not watching this video unless you're like, let me see how the little people live. But for the rest of us, we need to keep our day-to-day expenses as low as we can because things like this happen, because things pop up. So I'm going to walk you through, I don't know what word to use for showing you on a screen. I'm going to video you through a week in my life and what we spent and why. This is going to include bills and others. So the unnecessary expenses and our bills, which I paid rent during this week, so it's a very high number. And I'm going to summarize those numbers at the end of the video. But I hope what you take away from this video is just that little reminder that things do happen, things do come up. You're going to have random expenses. You need to keep track of them. I'm honestly not great at that. I'm not good with numbers. I'm much better at just trying to keep my everyday expenses low, looking for deals on things, which you're going to see in this video. So that is a good reminder for all of us, even myself, tracking my numbers this week. I was like, oh my, I spent a lot of money this week. But the vast majority of it was necessary expenses and bills that I have no choice about. All right, let's get into it. I am paid on Thursdays and grocery shop on Thursdays, which is why I decided to start this video on a Thursday. I do our budget as Thursday to Thursday weeks. So that's why it starts on a Thursday, and you can watch my previous video to find out what my total was at Aldi that week. I did successfully have dinner at home every day in this Thursday to Thursday week, which I was able to do partially because I had super easy meals like this crock-pot Catalina chicken on my meal plan. Those easy dinners for my late and busy weeknights help me stick to my low grocery budget and save money overall. So Thursday was grocery shopping, and then on Friday I had to run into CVS and pick up some cold medicine for my daughter, who unfortunately was sick. Another reason I was super thankful to have easy meals on my meal plan. So I spent a little unexpected money at CVS that day. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday are work days for me, so I pack my lunch as well to save money. And then this weekend, I happened to have 3 Facebook Marketplace pickups. 2 were free items, and then the third was only $8, and it was a bundle of decor for my daughter's upcoming birthday party. And then I decided to tackle some organizing projects, cleaned out the pantry, tackled this crazy mess in our closet. But to do this, I did go to Dollar Tree and pick up quite a few things to help me get started organizing. But as you can see, it needed to be done, and this was the weekend I happened to start working on it. So I did spend almost $50 at Dollar Tree that weekend. And as I talked about in the intro to this video, I made several trips to Aldi and Kroger for water throughout this week, unfortunately. Later in the week, on Tuesday, we had multiple payments come out of our bank account, our car payment, a credit card payment, and our subscription to Peacock, which is only $2.15. So that barely counts. Again, I cook dinner at home, even on my busy work days, but also on the weekend days. We didn't go out and celebrate the weekend. We enjoyed dinner in, and that again saved money. Wednesday, I had to head to the store again and pick up water and just a few odds and ends we needed, like some more milk. And I needed to grab some gas that day also. And then the ending Thursday of the week, I am totaling for this video. I had paid rent a little early because of the Easter holiday. I didn't want to have our rent be paid late, so we paid it a couple of days early. And then we also had to pay for lawn care. That is something we spend on and don't take care of ourselves. And then we also had our electric. Well, we spent a lot of money in that 1 week. And I say we spent, most of it was bills. Like, that's not voluntary. You can't just choose not to pay those bills, especially like rent, electric, things like that. So our bills total in this 8-day period, so Thursday to Thursday, 8 days, was $3,014. And then our extraneous expenses, all the water, my trip to Dollar Tree for all the things, came out to $100.91. Which comparatively to $3,000 does not sound like much at all. But technically, besides the water, I didn't have to spend that $100. It could have been a lot cheaper. Whatever I spent on water, like $20. However, I didn't know that was going to happen. And I honestly didn't know I was going to spend or have $3,000 worth of bills coming out in 1 week. That sneaks up on me every month, even though I know end of the month we have several large bills coming out. At the end of the month, we have electric, we have our car payment, and then right at the beginning of the month, obviously, rent. So those things added up, come out to a lot. So rent came out during that time frame also, or else it would have been under $1,000 that we had in bills. So of course, rent bumps things up. But few takeaways that I learned myself from doing this is perhaps I should not go to any store or do any extra shopping that end of the month time frame when I'm not sure exactly, because you don't always know what you're going to spend. You don't always know what's going to pop up. That's the second takeaway. Again, like I said at the beginning of this video, just keep your day-to-day spending low because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to pop up. You don't know if your fridge is going to go out and maybe it's not under warranty. We would have been in big trouble if it wasn't, well, not trouble, but it would have been really expensive if we did not have the fridge under warranty and did not have this loaner fridge. We wouldn't have been just paying for water while we have this fridge that doesn't provide water. We would have been paying for an entirely new fridge and potentially food. Like, we potentially would have had the fridge go out and lost all of our groceries. Thank goodness that part didn't happen. But those are my takeaways. I need to pay attention to where in the month we are and not spend extra at the end of the month, beginning of the month time frame. That like 2 week time period need to be extra frugal. It is so important that we ate at home during those 8 days and didn't have any extra spending for food. And then, yeah, maybe being a little more careful in tracking things. Because, yeah, in the day-to-day life, sometimes you don't even realize how much you're spending. I did realize I was going to the store an extra several times. All right, so that is my takeaways from this video. I hope you found it interesting to see my real spending numbers. Again, last week's video was my real spending. What is happening with my camera? Just froze. Last week's video was my real spending numbers at the grocery store for that grocery trip. and for the entire year so far. So January, February, March 2024. If you want to see what I spent on groceries, go check out my last video. Go check out lots of videos for all my tips and tricks for keeping your grocery bill low, for helping you actually get dinner done at home, not spending money on takeout. And all in all, my goal is to help you as I go on my journey to try to save time, money, and sanity when it comes to feeding my family. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, please like this video, comment, subscribe to the channel for all my upcoming videos as well. And until next time, goodbye from my mostly budget kitchen.